how do you pick up on evil if it's within a person? How can we as Christians pick up on some of the signs that tell us whether or not another person we associate with is being influenced by a demonic or unclean spirit? And you really have to be in the Lord in order to pick this up. Because
wow. Okay. So looks like we're going to be, there's this video here, this huge video, or this huge channel. It's got multi-million subscribers. It's got like 3 million subscribers. So it's pretty huge. And they're telling people how to figure out if the people around you have demons. So what could go wrong with that? That couldn't be there. There could be no dangerous outcomes to telling people stuff like that. My goodness. All right, we're going to get into it. I'm Brentley, and this is the Punk Apostate. Let's go. So, like I said, this is called Grace with a Purpose. It's like they do this. I think it's like an AI voice, an AI voiceover, like essay thing where they put all the stock footage and everything like that while they're telling people how to spot demons and their friends. I know, totally normal stuff. I get it, but I don't even need to read. That was like literally the very beginning of it, so I don't really need to start it over. So,
because it's not obvious to the naked eye. Everyone looks normal and presentable on the outside.
Well, that's another. I mean, let's just be real here. Everybody does not look normal. Okay, have you seen Charlie Kirk? He does not look normal. His face is like this big. He looks like he's a garbage pail kid or something. I don't know.
Everyone cleans up, dresses up so well on the outside, but internally, they could be in a sorry, wretched, evil state. Whether we realize...
Why would they use those words? They're in such a sorry, wretched. What the heck is going on? Are you from the 1800s? What is going on here?
Or not, the people we surround ourselves with greatly impact our happiness, success, and our faith.
The happiness is definitely. I agree with the happiness, and if you want that, stay away from Christians and people wagging their finger at you. Okay, that's job one. If you want the happiness,
to give you some quick illustrations just to highlight the dangers of having certain types of people around you. Some Arctic animals,
the dangers of having,
have evolved unique camouflage to blend in with their surroundings. The most obvious example is the polar bear. These large predators have white fur that makes them nearly invisible.
What happened? Did I accidentally did I switch video? What is going on here? Hold on. Are they about to say that the demons have evolved to develop a camouflage? Is that what we're doing here? Okay.
As they hunt on the white sea ice.
What is happening?
But also the Arctic fox is another clever predator.
The fox too, yeah.
Apparently, as winter nears, Arctic foxes shed their dark fur and begin growing all white fur to blend in with the snow and ice.
Right, yeah.
And so just as a cunning fox disguises itself to prey on unsuspecting animals, people sent by the devil may appear harmless.
Sent by the devil? Like humans sent by the Prince of Darkness. They blend in. They blend in just like the cute little fox I was just showing.
Can cause significant harm to our spiritual well-being. Another illustration takes us into the world of biology.
And they got a scientist using beakers, this is to detect the demons. What the fuck? What's happening?
There are many different ways that a virus can spread rapidly through a community or a group of people. And just like a virus, the devil can send people who can infect our relationships with toxicity, causing strife and division wherever they go. So, with that being said,
the devil will send people with toxicity. Okay. Jesus. The toxicity.
How can you and I identify the kinds of people we should associate with and develop relationships with? The first,
I don't know. Do you have fun with them? Are they cool? Are they nice? Do they treat you well? Do they treat you the way you would like to be treated? Then you're done. We're done. That's it. That's all you need. Like, are they? Do you enjoy being around them? Do they treat you right? That's it. We're done. That's it.
Group of people that you should avoid and beware of are those who embrace their sin.
Oh.
These are the people who still enjoy and indulge in sinful activity.
Oh.
And we should
yeah.
avoid such
Well.
people because the Bible warns us against this. The Amplified translation of 1 Corinthians chapter 5,
What?
verse 11 says, "But actually, I have written to you not to associate..."
I like how they left in the beginning. Well, actually, it's Paul's, doing this. He's snapping and moving his head but actually,
with any so-called Christian brother if he is sexually immoral or greedy, or is an idolater.
Wait, did he just say sexually immoral or sexually greedy? Were those two connected? Sexually immoral or greedy. Like, I feel like those go together. Sexually greedy. Like, they just want, they just want to be pleasured, right? And they don't care if you get off, right? So I agree with the Bible here. Those people are assholes. Fuck them.
Devoted to anything that takes the place of God, or is a reviler who insults or slanders or otherwise verbally abuses others, or is a drunkard or a swindler. You must not so much as...
Well, the swindler, that's just all religious people. Now you're just saying that they can't be friends with anybody. Like, this is a problem here. Okay, that's the whole thing with swindlers.
Eat with such a person. The Bible here is clearly telling us not to keep company with those who indulge in sin.
Well, hold on. See, this is exactly the problem. The Bible is not, if they're like right here in this one spot, the Bible is clearly stated, yeah, in that one spot. But the problem is there's other parts where Jesus is like hanging out with the tax collectors and the prostitutes, and they're like, hey, you should be like this guy. He's the example, and he likes to hang out with people doing the sin stuff so that he can help them or whatever. And it's like, this part says don't hang out with those people. Then the other part says Jesus was perfect and did everything right, and you should follow his example. And he did hang out with these people. Not clear. It's not clear, guys. Okay, this is the problem with the Bible. Anytime anybody says the Bible says anything is clear, they're wrong. It doesn't clearly state anything.
There's a clear difference between someone who's struggling with sin and someone who indulges in sin. For those
really? What is that? What's the difference, man? It's funny when they say like people indulging in sin, people struggling with sin. Now, as long as you feel bad about it, then you just like wake up the next day with the headache going, oh man, I shouldn't have done that. You're good. Okay. Like it up with the hangover,
indulge in sin. The Bible instructs us to avoid such a person and not to so much as eat with such a person.
Well, that's weird because Jesus ate with the tax collectors and sinners. Again, unclear. It's just unclear. And what I love when they show like them eating. They're like, don't even do this. And it shows them like politely cutting chicken with a fork.
I believe the Bible so explicitly warns us about sinful people like this because they could very well offer us some of what they are indulging.
That's right.
Another type of person that we should avoid.
They'll be like, have a drink with me. And then, and you're like, oh my God, demons. This person has demons. Why? Because they said, have a drink with me. And that's how you know. That's how you know they got the magic undetectable monsters filling up their brain.
One described in Proverbs chapter 24, verse 1 and 2. The Bible reads, "Be not envious of evil men, nor desire to be with them, for their hearts devise violence, and their lips talk of trouble."
Their lips talk of trouble. Like we should get in some trouble. It never ceases to sound like they're talking about Dennis the Menace when they talk about this. And their lips speak of trouble. That's right. And he's just like there with the slingshot. You're like, I'm going to get in trouble. You want to come? Come on, let's go do some trouble. You want to do a B&E? Let's do a B&E.
I like that the Bible uses the word desire. Because we can and probably have at some point desired to be with a certain group of people or to fit into a certain circle.
I like they use that word because that feels appropriate for what they were trying to describe in that part. So I actually like that they used that word. It's very descriptive, very colorful language there.
But the Bible is saying, if those people are evil, have no desire to be with them. And you may be asking,
how do you do that? It's funny. Like, it's weird when they say this because it's like he's saying, because sometimes you do desire to do that. And it's like, how do you decide whether or not you can desire something? Like, it's strange when they do this. They're just like, don't even want the stuff. It's like, how can I decide not to want that? Like, that's not how wanting things works. It's not how thinking and feeling things works at all. It's just like, I can't decide what I want to feel. Like, it doesn't
What exactly am I classing as evil?
Who the fuck
Sin
knows?
is evil in God's eyes.
Sin. Oh, well, that clears it right up, buddy. Good. Yeah, now we got it. We know exactly what you're talking about now.
This is why we're told clearly that we should not envy the wealth of the wicked
Stop
or crave
saying clearly, man. None of it's clearly.
their company. We should have no desire to be in the company of self-righteous people or selfish people or
Okay, well, you just said they can't be friends with literally any people because you're saying they can't be around people that sin or self-righteous people that would tell them not to. So they're fucked. Everybody just needs to be on their own, I guess.
prideful people. This isn't to say walk around with a judgmental attitude trying to find out people's weaknesses or sins.
What? That's a weird thing to have to clarify. Trying to find people's weaknesses. What? Like, why would people do that? They're saying that people are walking around trying to figure out, like, let me see what this person's like problem is, and then I'm gonna go test them. That's right. If they ever had a problem with alcohol, I'm gonna just hand them a flask. Yeah.
No.
No.
It simply means be attentive.
Oh.
Be careful around such people.
Yeah.
As a child of God, you should know that bad company ruins good morals.
Okay, that you read it wrong. It's bad company corrupts good character. Okay, it's the bad and good, like it's both in the sense, like it's just very colorfully worded already. You messed it up.
So you should take every measure to not expose yourself to people who can potentially disturb your walk with God.
Okay, I don't think you should expose yourself to anybody. Okay, unless those that maybe you're wanting to use some products from adamandeve.com, you can expose yourself to them. That'd be cool. And then you can play with the toys, so go to adamandeve.com, enter code word Brentley, and to get 50% off almost any one item, 6 free movies, 3 free gifts, and free shipping on the whole order. Just go to adamandeve.com, enter that code word at the end, Brentley, at checkout, and get your exclusive offer. It's good stuff, and you can have all the fun while you're exposing yourself to the person you want to play with the toys with. So just saying, that's the time and place to expose yourself. Nowhere else. I don't know what this person's even talking about. Okay.
Another group.
Oh, and if you want to like and subscribe too, it's a little thumb looking thing. It's like right down right there. It's like this. See, yeah, you got it. All right, cool. Yeah, and if you want to do super chats, we take those. I'm going to be twice as attentive to those comments, right? And members. So if you want to become a member, twice as attendant to that. So attendant, yeah, I'm going to be attendant. Anyway,
Of people you should avoid at all costs are those with a religious spirit.
Attentive. That's what I was saying. Attentive. I was like, attendant? What am I? I'm an attendant? I'm so confused in my head what I just said.
Religious spirit is a demonic spirit that influences a person to replace a genuine relationship with the Lord with their works. We should never turn a blind eye to this type of person.
So they're too Christian? Is that what we're doing here? It's they become too Christian, and now they're all pompous about it. Okay, well, let's see. Let's get some comments here. Who won today? Okay, hey, James. James won. Hey, what's up, man? Yo, what's up? What's going on? And Michael was number 2. Oh, number 2. No, come on. You're asking for a job. I'm not going to make it either because I'm not that childish. I'm not going to make a number 2 joke. I'm not going to do it. Okay. And number 3 is Grand Theft Auto Bot. What's up, dude? And Lagos here. What's up, dude? Fuck yeah, I made it. You sure did. All right, cool. And Stoner Prophet made it. Hey, all right. How we doing, dude? Let's see. Another delusional theist. Yes. With multi-millions of subscribers. Like, I'm serious. I can't get over that. I'm like, why is this so popular? I just don't understand. Like, who watches this every week? Like, who waits for this every week? Like, a lot of the Logic and stuff like that. Like, I get excited, I'm like, oh man, Logic just did another video, and I'll who gets excited for this stuff? They're like, oh, another essay that tells me how to see demons in people, see if people are being driven by demons. That's how I envision. There's just a little tiny demon just driving. They're just driving. It's like they got a little joystick. That's it. He's driving the human. Oh god, yeah, it's pretty bad. Let's see. Like I said, James Michael GTA, what's up? Stoner. Yep. Everybody. Hey. Grand Theft Autobot said, yet they'll never apply this to those they accept as Christian, like say Trump. I know, right? I don't, dude. Like Trump was one of the biggest reasons why I started to question everything. Like it was in 2016, and I just felt like I don't know. It was like I had to, all these people are like, why do you support this? Why do you support this? And I had to be, I feel like I got to the point where I was finally like, because I'm supposed to, man. Because I'm supposed to. I'm a Christian. I'm supposed to support this person, And I felt like, and that honesty just like fucked my head up. Like, why am I doing that? Just because I'm supposed to? That's insane. What am I talking about? Why am I doing what I don't? Why am I supporting somebody I don't want to support just because I feel like I'm supposed to? And then it just unraveled from there. Then I felt like I was just brainwashed and then was not behaving in the way that I feel is right ever. I'm just doing what I think I'm supposed to do. That's that was snapped me out of it, So in one way, I'm actually thankful for Trump because I don't know if I'd ever got there if it was like another Bush or something. I don't know. He was harder to vilify, which is really weird, seeing as how he's the one responsible for that war over there and all that. Anyway, I hang out with sinners exclusively. I'm just like Jesus. Yeah, that's right. You're the cool version, like a cooler Jesus that actually does this stuff, right? I don't know. Because that's weird if Jesus was just hanging. So Jesus was just the sober person hanging out with everybody. That seems weird, right? He's like, now I'll make sure that we all get a horse for home. I'm the designated horse gatherer for us, and then I'll just whip y'all on the backs of the horse, and the horse has nowhere to go. It's cool, It's like, okay. Let's see. The sequel one said, "Hope I'm not too fracking late." No, you just made it. I just started at 10, about 10 o'clock. That's generally when I go. Right? It's like 10 o'clock, 10 to 11:30 a.m. Eastern time. If you're in, I feel bad. If you're in California, then it's like, what, 7? Jesus Christ. Sorry about that. I don't, 7 a.m. Gonna hear from some punker chucklehead swearing in your ear. That's great. Disqualify? What? Like, I don't know. Wait. Just like, I don't understand. What's the disqualify fire? Is that? I don't understand. Offer me sin offerment. Sin offerment. I don't offer me what? I don't. You're messing with me. It's too early for this. Okay, it's too early. Like, stop with the tongue to it. Can we just say normal stuff in the chat now? Can we do that? That'd be great. I'll just say this. You're losing me. Okay, I have no idea what you're doing. Okay. It's like, what is going on? It's not funny. It's not. So stop. Okay. I don't like this. Okay. This is just, y'all are weirding me out now. Joyce Sky. Hey, Joyce said, Trump and Copeland are demons. Okay. Yeah, I could see that. I feel like that's, with Copeland, it's pretty obvious. He's got the demon possessed ventriloquist dummy look. Trump just kind of looks like a slug of some sort, right? He just kind of looks like he doesn't really have a neck. He just sort of has a face that just falls right into his body. It's still pretty bad. It's just a different kind of demon look, It's just sluggy demon looking thing, Grand Theft Autobot said, like the nonviolent evangelical types. Like the nonviolent evangelical types? Yeah, I would hope there's more of those than the violent kind, right? But I guess God, it's so unfortunate with all the people obsessed with guns and God in this country. Like, it's even in like a little thing like God, guns, and country or whatever the fuck, right? And so they are obsessed with violence. So yeah, I guess good luck trying to find those in America. I don't know. Maybe they're up in Canada or something. I don't know. Not here. Lago said, spell correct doesn't like you. It doesn't. It never likes me. It doesn't even know what to say half the time. It's like, I have no clue what you're trying to write here, buddy. Okay. You're so not close that I'm just spell it wrong. Okay. They'll figure it out. I don't know. Spell it out phonetically. Okay. And just your friends will figure it out. I don't care. I quit. And then just like slams down. And he's like, who's coming with me? Let's see, Joyce said, oh, okay. And if you want to feel what? Feel where did you at? Okay, I did it way too early too. It's just sort of out the gate. Grand Theft Auto Watch said, I despise the concept of sin. Thought crimes should not be judged. Action rather than thoughts. Yeah, of course, right? I mean, a lot of things start with thoughts. Like I do feel like there is a problem when it comes to certain kinds of rhetoric online, right? That I guess that you could still say that is an action, right? Them going on 4chan and organizing their fascist whatever hate group stuff. But that kind of stuff kind of freaks me out, right? About like the freedom of speech type stuff, because it always that kind of speech, that like hate kind of speech, like always ends up being violent at some point, right? Much love to much love to raise dildo and cat Kurt. Yeah, hell yeah. I know. I wish I could see him. It's just so irritating that they won't come up on StreamYard, but oh well. Oh, excuse me.
Because they are a danger to our faith. Someone with a religious spirit is so focused and preoccupied with the rules, the systems, and how things ought to be done that they forget about the main thing. And that is the Lord himself. A religious spirit hardens the heart of people against God.
Yeah, too much coffee there.
And we need to be aware of its subtle influences. In 2 Timothy chapter 3, verse 4-5, the Bible tells us that in the last days, men will be treacherous, reckless, swollen with conceit.
Swollen with conceit. That's funny. That reminds me of that one Chatfield guy. He's always calling people swole. They'll be like swole in the future, dude. You'll see. It'll be like crazy big, man. And conceited too. So they'll be both big and conceited, which makes sense. It makes sense they can be together.
Lovers of pleasure rather than lovers of God. Having the appearance of godliness, but denying.
You gotta hate pleasure, y'all. Like you need to just despise any kind of pleasure. You need to like pain. That's what you need to do. Okay. Like you need lovers of God, which is like in this sentence is equal to lovers of pain, which is kind of weird, right? But like lovers of discomfort, right?
Its power. Avoid such people. Anyone with the appearance of godliness, you should avoid. Now, in saying all of this,
anyone with the appearance of godliness, you should avoid. Again, they're just telling these people to be alone. Go off by yourself. Don't ever talk to anybody. Because you're saying to like just go hang out with Christian people. And then you're like, but not these Christian people. And that happens to be all of them. Jesus Christ, man. What are you doing?
I am by no means telling you to completely shun them away, rebuke them, and condemn them. This is not the case. We are to love our neighbor, but some neighbors can be loved from a distance, meaning that you pray for them, you intercede on their behalf, and go.
Some good friends can be loved from just way far away because you never want to be around them ever. Okay, don't even talk to them and just keep. Don't even answer the text. Just ghost them. Okay, but you love them. You'll love them. Maybe reply just with a heart. That's it. Just the heart. Okay.
Go before the Lord so that they would be set free. A true Christian will not condemn anyone because they realize.
What the fuck is this guy praying? Like, man, this dude is like praying like he was about to dive off the high dive. He's like his neck is completely craned back. You're gonna hurt it. You're gonna pull a muscle praying like that, buddy. Okay. Wow. What is going on here? Jeez.
That they themselves have been given mercy. And so we ought to extend that to others.
This is so creepy looking, dude. He's just like, wow.
Next time you encounter someone who you should be avoiding for the sake of your faith, this is what you should do. The first thing you should do is spend as little time as possible with them. The second thing to do is that you should always try and shift the conversation topic to be about the Lord. about the word of God.
I thought you
And about
hold on. I thought you were just saying that those it's funny because he's like saying to avoid the people he's telling you to be just like all the people that have an appearance of godliness and that like are judging other people and stuff. Now he's telling you to be that thing that he's also telling people not to be. Oh my goodness, God, this is so so contradictory.
repentance. Now, the third thing is the key thing you ought to do. You should pray for them. Pray for the Lord to have mercy on them so that they would see the error of their ways. Even if we should avoid these people, we can still love them with the love of God.
Why is this so popular? I'm just so confused. Like who watches this? Just like, oh man, can we write this down? Man, okay, this is good. Like pray for them. I would never have thought of that as a Christian.
A man went on a trip with a group of friends, and during the course of that trip, they met a local man who gave each of them souvenirs. Now, this particular guy...
This AI art is creepy, man. And these are the souvenirs, these little lamps. You each get a lamp, okay? From a lamp antique store.
I took these souvenirs without knowing that those items were part of ceremonial practice that was evil and occultic in nature.
What? So you gotta be careful. If you buy something at a thrift store, it could be used by people in robes doing occultic, evil nature stuff. So
when he got back from his travels, he placed these ornaments in his home. That very night, things started to change and things started to happen.
Oh, the demon smoke starts to come. Oh my God, look at that. And the things started to happen. What kind of things?
He had opened a spiritual door wide open for the devil to walk straight into his home.
From buying a souvenir. My good. These poor people. My goodness. They are just so paranoid.
He started to experience unusual things. There was
like having a face that's like pasteled and kind of melting, like he's tripping on
unrest in his heart. He felt weighed down, oppressed even, like there was a massive weight on his shoulders.
Oh.
The sleepless nights and nightmares.
Well, the thing follows him around. First of all, that's kind of weird. I mean, I feel like if you notice that the lamp that you bought is following you through the house and to your bedroom when you're trying to sleep, yeah, that would be the first thing I would notice, and I'd be like, we need to get this thing the fuck out of here. Okay.
He became a man filled with fear. He became fearful of everything and anything. He started to experience all sorts of things that were not from the Lord simply because of a lack of knowledge.
The portal was opening up in his room, and he's not even noticing it. It's like opening up behind him. It's like doing one of those things in the movies, you know, where they like it happens and then they turn and it disappears. But now it's there and then it comes back.
And a lack of vigilance. A combination that left him spiritually open. So he confided in his father, who brought the pastor around to his home. During the conversation with this pastor and his father, ornaments caught the pastor's eye.
Well,
where did those come from? He explained they were a gift from a local while he was on his travels.
So it's got demons in it, obviously. And the pastor would be able to figure this out.
Did you ask what those items were? He shook his head. Do you know anything about the man who gave you these? He shook his head again.
Oh, no, I don't.
The pastor now took the items and said, we need to burn these things. This is the cause for all the unrest you have been experiencing.
What? It's morphing right there. You got to burn. Well, I mean, first of all, the lamp, if you burn the lamp, it's kind of just doing what it's supposed to do at that point, right? It's a lamp.
My son had been under spiritual attack. So they started a fire and threw the items in.
What?
10 minutes passed.
This is insanity, man. What are you talking about? This is so weird. Oh, like, where did the story come from? So you're burning the lamp with like the pastor, the dad, and him like are all burnt. Like they got a bucket and they're burning a demon possessed lamp in the backyard. This is not unhinged at all. This is just
20 minutes passed, and these items were not burning.
They weren't burning.
They added a bit more fuel.
Because they got demon magic, dude. You can't burn demon magic. What do you think they're from? They're from hell, dude. Like they love fire. Are you kidding me?
And gave it another 10 minutes. Nothing.
Nothing.
No sign of those things burning.
Everybody knows you can't burn demon stuffs, you know?
So both the pastor and father began to pray and praise the name of the Lord.
They missed the praying part of the recipe there.
Started to call on the name of Jesus. They started to speak the blood.
God. What the Imagine walking in on this scene. You're like, okay, what the hell's going on here? It's like the teenage son comes home from school. He comes in, he's like, hey, Dad, what are you guys in? Quiet, we're trying to burn demons out of a lamp, kiddo. Just go do your homework, okay? Okay. He just like walks sideways back the background. Very like awkward.
They started to speak the word of God, and those things began to melt.
Oh, now
and
they're
burn.
melting. Yep. Because
The
you gotta speak the things of God to be able to melt the demon things, lamps.
Here is that you should be careful regarding any items or things you accept as gifts. Now, there's an
What?
interesting biblical story that teaches us about the potential spiritual consequences of taking in objects and things.
Taking in objects and things. Okay. All right. Sorry. Let me get back. Oh my God. I love these. I feel like and I love that they're like messing with the AI art now. It's perfect. Like, it's just so fun. All right. Let's see. Let me see. What is it? Much love to, oh yeah, that's where we already did that one. And another one, Ray still done. Hell yeah. Grand Theft Auto Butt said, remember, don't expose yourself to strangers. Please don't. Okay, please don't. We don't do that here. All right. Unless it's like one of those situations where it's sort of pre-planned, and you don't know anybody's name, right? And it's just like you end up as a swinger party. Anyway, that's fine. But other than that, strangers don't do that. So it's rude. It's rude and assault. All right, that's it's very frowned upon. Okay, people love to hear the bullshit flow from their favorite bullshitter. Yeah, yeah. I guess you're right. That is kind of sad. Like I just feel like there's just nothing to these. It's weird, right? Like it's just sort of like I don't understand it at all. It just feels like this sort of thing just is not even entertaining. Really, but there's not even like a person behind it, right? So it's like a cult of personality or anything. No, it's none of that. It's just fucking words and AI pictures and shit. It's weird. Grand Theft Autobot said, I often wonder how many of those millions of followers are sock puppet accounts or bats or friends, relatives connected or coerced into subscribing. And then never check in. I mean, it's possible. I wonder how many. Hold on, let me see. So let me see what we got. So we got 3.6 thousand likes, which does feel really low, right? 63,000 views. This is 2 weeks ago. Yeah, this feels low. I think you might be right. I think like a lot of these might have been purchased or something. Because that feels really low for that, but I don't know.
In Joshua chapter 7, the story of a man named Achan.
Did you say Joshua? Joshua. Like that feels like some kid who wants to, is like getting into reading and playing chess, and he's like, don't call me Joshua. I'm Joshua. Joshua. Okay. It's like Josh with a Joshua at the end,
Here's how it unfolded. Joshua sent some of his men from Jericho to spy out the town of Ai. When they returned, they told Joshua.
Sorry to sequel. I forget. Yeah, Washington's over there too, isn't it? Damn. Yep. Wow.
There's no need for all of us to go up there. It won't take more than 2,000 or 3,000 men to attack Ai. Since there are so few of them, don't make
to attack AI. What?
All our people struggle to go up there. So approximately 3,000 warriors were sent, but they were soundly defeated. The men of Ai chased the Israelites from the town gate as far as the quarries. They killed about 36 who were retreating down the slope. The Israelites were...
Why is there so much like dust kicked up from the guns that everybody's shooting? There's no guns yet, dude. It's like the AI is like, wait a second, what kind of war are we talking about here? Nobody even has any swords. Is there any swords? It's like, what do people do? Just running into each other? What's happening here? They're just tackling. They're just tackling. That's how they used to war. Was just tackling.
Paralyzed with fear at this turn of events, and their courage
you
melted
didn't bring anything to fight with, man.
Away. Joshua and the elders of Israel tore their clothing in dismay, threw dust on their heads, and bowed face down to the ground before the ark of the Lord until evening. Then Joshua cried out, "O sovereign Lord, why did you bring
What was it with the cut, like ripping their clothes and then covering themselves with stuff? They always said that. I was like, why is that? That was a weird thing to do. I don't know. I just feel like, oh, he must be upset because he's ripping his own clothes and smearing fucking ash all over his face. I guess he's mad. He must be mad about something, right? That's pretty odd. Like, what a weird.
bring us across the Jordan River if you are going to let the Amorites kill us?" Joshua knew that something had gone badly wrong.
Yeah, badly wrong.
They had just brought down the walls of Jericho. And besides that, God had promised to be with them wherever they went. But somehow, they had seemingly lost their way. At this point in the story,
Is this because I think like I might remember this one? Is this one where it was because they had some of the stuff, some of the trinkets or whatever of the Jericho stuff or whatever?
only God knows the true explanation.
Oh, well,
Now, after Joshua prayed,
kind of a useless story then if you're gonna be like, and God's the only one that actually knows what's going on here. So anyway,
here's what God answered, saying, "Get up. Why are you lying on your face like this? Israel has sinned and broken my covenant. They have stolen some of the things that I commanded must be set apart for me. And they have not only stolen them, but have lied about it and hidden the things among their own belongings. That is why the Israelites are running from their enemies in defeat. For now,
it's like two people took some trinkets and put them in their tent or whatever.
Israel itself has been set apart for destruction. I will not remain with you any longer unless you destroy the things among you that were set apart for destruction."
Was it the Ananias and Sapphira? Because this happens a couple times. There was like Achan or whatever, and then there was like the Ananias and Sapphira or whatever the fuck.
"Get up, command the people to purify themselves in preparation for tomorrow. For this is what the Lord, the God of Israel, says. Hidden among you, O Israel, are things set apart for the Lord."
This dude, like, he's literally just showing like somebody turning the page on a Bible. This is just, come on, better. Where's the AI stuff we were just seeing, man? It was like that. This is quite boring. Okay, can we get back to you're taking me right out of it. All right, I'm not even interested in the story anymore now. It's just like, come on, be better. That's all I'm saying, right? All right, let's see here. Let's see. Oh yeah, in Washington. Grand Theft Autobot said, trying to help out here. Lago is greeting to sequel. Oh God, thank you. All right. You know, y'all with your greetings to each other. It's just I can't tell what's going on, right? It's just very confusing, right? There's no context. Like, I don't know, you know. Grand Theft Autobot said, everyone be godly, but avoid people who appear to be but avoid people who appear to be godliness. What? I know. How do people watch this and be like, hold on, what did you just tell me to do? You said to like be godly, and then now you're telling everybody to avoid me for being godly. What was that? Why would you banish me like that? Jesus. Oh my God. It's good. Theft Autobot said, so avoid other people, but if you're forced to interact with them, annoy them by talking nonstop about God. Yeah, because they're like keep redirecting the conversation back to Christ or whatever, right? It is like, oh my God, I would lose it. I mean, like, okay, you're just a crazy person, all right? I've got nothing to talk about with you, dude. Because you keep talking about magical nonsense, dude. Can we just, you know, we're only going to be in the elevator for another couple minutes. Let's just stare at the wall in silence, please. Okay. I don't, you know, then I can get the hell out of here. Once they got to watch out for the demonic spirit. Yeah, you know, it blends in just like a white fox. So that's a much needed example or simile or whatever. Blaster Master, what's up, dude? Grand Theft Autobot, and when they get annoyed, that's how you know they have a demon in them. That's like that one kid that I was covering the other day, and he was like saying that if he's telling the truth, right, then people get offended or whatever at the truth, and he's like, that's because of they're under witchcraft or whatever. I was like, oh my God. So yeah, you basically set up a system so that you just think everybody is under witchcraft all the time, you know, because everybody gets annoyed when you talk about your Jesus nonsense, dude. My God. Deep State Annex. What's up, dude? These funny videos are ridiculous. Yeah, they are pretty bad. They're pretty bad. A lot of times there's a lot of fun within them because they show all these like weird clips and stuff, like show all this weird AI art and stuff. It's kind of fun. Is that lamp from Asia? Oh, that's a good question because a lot of times they're vilifying like other cultures' stuff, right? Like I heard somebody saying if there was like a Buddha, you know, you get like the little Buddha thing, like in the movie Crash, he like puts it on the dash, right? And there was like somebody saying that's evil. You got to throw out the Buddhas, and it's like, damn, dude, you're just vilifying like another culture's religion. Like that's it. Like things that are important to other cultures are evil to you, and you wonder why you come off as assholes. I'm just saying, right? Like. You're the only one that matters about what's important to you, right? God. Grand Theft Autobot said, this is like that, like a plot from of those supernatural survivor type BS shows. Supernatural Survivor. Is that like one of those ghost shows? Is that what you're talking about? Like it's like, oh, and I had an item and it was clearly cursed. The item was just scary, and then all the bad stuff happened. And then after I got rid of the item, the bad stuff stopped. I could see that. It's like those kind of shows where they do that. So it's like people talking in the shadows about their evil experiences. And they were like, I was standing right here. They're just in a normal room. Nothing scary at all. They're like, I was right here. And they could tell there's a ghost in here. It's like, yeah, man, I'm not buying it, dude. Wow. Okay. Well, I mean, if that's not correct, you could just let me know. Like, you don't have to like be sarcastic with me. Okay. Jeez. Right. I was just trying to characterize what you were saying. You know what? I'm moving on. All right. I don't, I want to. Deep State said, now bringing a painting of Kenneth Copeland into your home. That's scary. And a portal to the darkness will open up. Yes, absolutely. Dude, oh God, could you imagine? Man, I remember a buddy, my dad's friend, he had this life-size poster thing of Dracula, like the old original Dracula, you know, it's like a whatever, you know, like a piece of an antique thing, whatever. And man, that thing's face is free. I remember just being a kid and just like I would walk out and around, like I wouldn't walk near it because it just freaked me out. I'd imagine that like Kenneth Copeland, like if something of Kenneth Copeland would do, probably elicit the same kind of behavior. I would just avoid it. You know, I would have to walk out and around, leave like a good 15 feet for it to like, yeah, exist within, I guess. And I don't because it's scary. Carrie said, just like Moses, burning bush. Yeah, exactly. That's what I was thinking. What is this? What's this in relation to? I don't. What's just like that? Demons everywhere. Yep, these people tend to see demons all over the place. It's unfortunate. Couldn't imagine trying to live inside their brain. My goodness. The sequel once said the lamp story confuses me. I don't know if I should be angry or erect. Well, you can be both, right? You can do both, right? That's what S&M is all about. Okay, being angry and erect all at the same time, right? Feeling pain and pleasure all at the same time. It's crazy. It's amazing. It's good stuff. And if you want pain and pleasure, just go to adamandeve.com. Enter that code word Brentley. Check out. They get 50% off almost any one item, 6 free movies, 3 free gifts, and free shipping on the whole order. Just go to adamandeve.com and enter that code word Brentley. Get your stuff. Get your butt some stuff. Okay. What are we doing again? Oh, yeah. Oh, that's right. Oh, I forgot what I was doing. There we go. Oh, yeah. Ghosts. Woo. Oh, what's going on here? So I make sure to use all my lamps in demonic rituals. If they give them out to your friends, give them out to your Christian friends. That's a good idea. That's a good joke right there. You know, they would never know. James said, this is so disgusting. It's a fake story just made up for people's feelings. Yeah, clearly, right? Like they just made this up. There's nobody that did that. That'd be the weirdest thing to ever happen if like your dad and a pastor came over and were like, we gotta burn it, you know, and you're just like, okay, let's go out to the backyard to light the lamp on fire. And then the lamp didn't burn or anything until they started being like, oh yeah, the magic words, Jesus, 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 or whatever. And then it's like, oh, okay, now we can melt. Now I can melt because of the demons. My good God. Again, this dude has 3 million subscribers. The person that God, it's freaky. It's freaky that these people are out there, okay? Just believing they're in a fucking They Live movie, right? Thinking everybody's just got demons all over the place. Jesus. Okay, let me see here. Joshua. Kiona, what? Kiona? Is this an AI voice too? I think so. I think this, it's like this, everything is created by AI with this one, right? Except for, I think, the script. I think the script is the only thing that's written by a person, but who the fuck knows? You know, maybe it's not. What if this, it might just be completely just an AI pumping out the whole thing at this point, right? They just like feed in like a bunch of videos that they'd already done, and now they don't have to do anything at all. They can just back off and be like, here you go. And AI's like, we got it. This is easy. This is easy. Everything's demonic. Everybody's got demons. Here's how to see. Everybody's got demons. I'm going to tell you to do contradictory things. You know, it's a whole thing. It's perfect.
You will never defeat your enemies until you remove these things from among you. In the morning, you must present yourselves by tribes, and the Lord will point out the tribe to which the guilty man belongs. That tribe
Achan,
must come
right?
forward with its clans, and the Lord will point out the guilty clan. That clan will then come forward, and the Lord will point out.
Do we really need to walk through all this stuff? I get it's not really important to the story that you're trying to portray here, buddy. Okay, we don't have to go through exactly how they narrowed down the tribe. Come on.
The guilty family. Finally, each member of the guilty family must come forward one by one. The one who has stolen what was set apart for destruction will himself be burned with fire, along with everything he has, for he has broken the covenant of the Lord and has done a horrible thing in Israel. Now, when morning came, it was revealed that Achan...
That's insane. Yep, Achan. I remember the Achan story. That's insane. They're like, we're going to burn this person on fire, like for stealing a couple of things, because they were the one. And you know, this whole thing is so sad. It's like a, like if this story, if there's any truth to this story at all, it's like a fucking witch hunt kind of situation, right? Like, how freaky is that? Like at the story, they're like, we lost the battle. We don't know why we lost the battle. We were just doing so good, right? And they're like, oh, but it must be because one of the people in our tribe stole some stuff from them, right? And that's why they're saying we've pissed off the guy. Better burn him. Just burn that person. What the fuck, man? That's terrifying. Jesus Christ.
And had stolen a beautiful robe and 200 silver coins,
What?
and a bar of gold weighing more than a pound. Achan was one of the soldiers from the tribe of Judah who took part in the battle of Jericho. Achan took a few things for himself, even though Joshua had commanded everyone to stay away from anything belonging to Jericho. All of it was accursed. Achan's greed led to Israel's defeat at Ai. The story of Achan then ends tragically because Joshua and all the Israelites took Achan, the silver, the robe, the bar of gold, his sons, daughters, cattle, donkeys, sheep, goats, tent, and everything he had, and they brought them to the valley of Achan and stoned them.
What? You stoned his family for that? Gee, and you're saying that you're the good guys here? Your God told you to murder his family, his children, for just taking a couple things. But they're the good guys. God's the good guy. Got it. Okay.
The Bible tells us that they piled a great heap of stones over Achan, which remains to this day. That is why the place has been called the Valley of Trouble ever since. So the Lord was no longer angry.
The Valley of Trouble. That was good. Okay. Whoever came up with that. Like, I think we should call this place the Valley of badness. No, that's not good. Badness. That's no badness. The trouble. You got in trouble. Is that'll work? Oh, okay. You guys, y'all are nodding. Y'all are nodding like that's okay. Okay, we'll call it the Valley of Trouble then, I guess. Seems kind of weird to call it that, but
angry. From this story, we must be aware that Achan took items that were cursed, and this resulted in devastating consequences. God's judgment fell on the nation because of Achan's sin, verses 2 to 5 describe the battle.
Whoa, look at that guy. This dude is not having a good day. My goodness. Okay, he is just freaking out.
And Israel's defeat. Nearly 36 Israelite
Oh, they do
soldiers
have-
lost
wait.
their lives.
What? They just have sticks. They just have little sticks. It's like, I mean, no wonder so many lost their lives. They're fighting with little twigs like this. They look like they're just like little kids that were like, go outside and play. And they like picked up sticks and are sword fighting. Jeez.
Needlessly in what should have been an easy battle, but became a bitter defeat. The Bible says, my people perish because of a lack of knowledge.
Dude, why do people keep repeating that? Like, that is just such a weird verse. Like, my people perish from a lack of knowledge. They say that all the time, these fundie people. They're constant. Like, I don't know where that's from, but it's just like, well, what? I don't know. It never sounds like it fits with what they're actually talking about. You know what I mean?
Be in the category of people who perish because of a lack of knowledge. A lack of knowledge that if you give the devil an inch, he will take a inch because of a lack of knowledge. Do not be in the category of people who perish because of a lack of knowledge.
Right.
A lack of
Jesus, dude. He just did a blowout or something. I don't know what's happening there, but that's not
knowledge that if you give the devil an inch, he will take a mile. A lack of knowledge that the devil will dress himself up as something harmless. There couldn't possibly
an angel of light.
be anything wrong with a souvenir.
No.
There's nothing wrong with me accepting a gift from someone while I'm traveling the world.
No.
Be vigilant, man of God.
Don't get anything from any people anywhere when you're traveling the world at all. It's all got demons.
Vigilant woman of God.
Oh.
Do you know where that object, that souvenir has really come from? Do you know what spirit, what atmosphere, or what you're inviting into your home when you're watching that film?
What?
Deuteronomy chapter 6.
Wait, are souvenirs and now films too? Like the film, you can't. Okay, I mean, I guess that's pretty obvious, right? Like, it's like demons are just full of they're just all inside of all media. So you got to be careful with that.
6 to 9 says, these commandments that I give you today.
And if you want a 6 to 9, oh, you know what I'm saying? Go to adamandeve.com and you can 6 to 9 all you want. You know, you can do they got toys for that sort of thing, right? It helps out. I mean, you don't really need them because it's, 6 to 9 is kind of covered its bases with the fun stuff all there. But, if you want, you can add to it by going to adamandeve.com and entering code Brentley at checkout to get 50% off any one item, 6 free movies, 3 free gifts, and free shipping on the whole order. Just go to adamandeve.com and enter code word Brentley. That's BRENTLY. Anyway.
To be on your hearts. Impress them on your children. Talk about them when you sit at home and when you walk along the road, when you lie down and when you get up.
What?
Tie them as symbols on your hands and bind them on your foreheads. Write them on the door frames of your houses and on your gates.
What?
In this passage, God instructs the children of Israel to keep the word of God in a prominent role in the household. Now, the home
He said to put it on your foreheads. What is happening? So they're just like strapping the Bible to their foreheads? What are they talking about?
Is an integral part in the life of the believer. As Christians, our homes should be, they need to be homes where the name of God, the presence of God is always resident.
This guy, so first of all, you're not closing your eyes, buddy. Okay. You're doing it wrong. Right. That's very disrespectful. Okay. And that shirt is disrespectful to just all fashion in general.
The home should be a sanctuary, a holy place. It should be a place of peace, serenity, and joy.
Well, she's got a hammock inside. That is awesome. I want a hammock inside. How do you even do that? Does it pull? It doesn't pull the ceiling down? How do you do this?
It should be a place where God's word is elevated and lived out.
With they're praying over their blank milk that I'm sure is dropped off by a milkman. Right.
It's all good and well for me to say, but in a practical sense, if the home is indeed a sanctuary, if our home is a place where God's presence should abide.
This is so creepy just looking at all these different people pray. Like, it just freaks me out.
Then we should just not allow certain activities, practices, and forms of entertainment in the home. I submit to you that we should be more vigilant.
We should ban YouTube. That's what. Oh shit! Wait, no. I mean, that would be the type of instruction you would get. No YouTube at all. I know nobody should be watching this video, but that's how contradictory we are here.
About the things we allow in our homes. We need to be aware that just as we close and lock the physical doors in our homes, We need to do the same spiritually.
Jeez.
There's an old
Whoa, okay. New guy taking over for the voice, I guess. They're like, you're not compelling enough. Can we get Morgan Freeman? Let's do this.
saying, when it rains, it pours. Have you ever felt like that? Have you ever felt like there's something going on in your life and it's deeper than what your eyes can see?
Wow, it literally is Morgan Freeman. What's going on here? This should be Morgan Freeman should sue these people, okay? Because that's not fair. Them using his voice like that, right? Jeez. All right. He wants to use his voice to vilify black people. Okay, that's what he wants. So, just anyway. Let's see. Carrie said, "What the fuck?" Lord Dissident said, "My enemies are the people who believe such stuff. Time is my greatest weapon and ally." Yeah. Okay. You're saying like because the people that believe this stuff are, they're kind of weeding themselves out because of reality and knowledge or knowledge and connectivity, I guess. I don't know. But yes, because the hold on, people that believe such stuff. Time is my greatest weapon now. Yeah, it just seems like the more time goes by, the fewer people are religious. Is that kind of what you're talking about there? I'd agree, basically. Carrie said, "I don't have enemies. I just speed bumps." Jesus Christ. We do not advocate for violence here, but that was quite funny. Okay, I appreciate that. Dark humor. That's pretty good. Logan said, "It wasn't accused. It was supposed to be for God only." What? It wasn't accused. It was supposed to be for God only. I don't know. I don't know what you're referring to. What was accused? Okay, I don't know. And it's funny too, because a lot of times y'all are saying stuff that you're responding to things they say, which doesn't make sense just already out the gate. When they say it, it's just complete bad shit, right? And then y'all are responding to that, and that's why I'm just like, what the fuck is happening? Because it's just like insane to the second power, you know. What's the sequel? What's the story of Achan and Joshua? Achan. Yeah, I know, right? Well, that's pretty funny. That was all their weird names. The Valley of Archimus. What? Irksomness. I have no idea what that is. I can't say that word. Okay. Death Valley. Now that one I can read, and that one makes pretty good sense. Although I think the Valley of Trouble is just cheesy enough for it to be something from the Bible. I don't know. The valley of where people get in trouble. It's like, okay. Of foibles. The Valley of Foibles. all better names here. All better names than what's stuck, apparently. Is this where God stops the sun? I think so, right? Wasn't that was like one of Joshua's fights, right? That was, if I'm not mistaken, it's been a long time since I read through these stories, but I'm pretty sure the sun stops for Joshua, one of his adventures. He does a lot of fighting. Joshua's kind of an asshole, right? Just goes around fighting everybody. Carrie said the Bible is literally lacking knowledge. Where's the soap recipes? Jesus, yeah. I mean, my people will die for a lack of knowledge. It's like one of the most accurate Bible verses in the Bible, right? Because they're constantly, I mean, we have like measles outbreaks and stuff because of these anti-vax idiots, right? Literally dying from a lack of knowledge, right? Because they think they know better than the actual epidemiologists and whatnot. Anyway, but yeah, that's the sort of thing that takes these people out real easy and a lot. Grand Theft Autobot said, "What exactly should I be afraid of?" Exactly everything. That's right. Yes, just don't. If you get a funny feeling ever about anybody or anything, like items, people, doesn't matter. Houses, places, probably, any noun, right? Any noun, any people, place, or thing. Just, if you get a funny feeling about that noun, it's full of demons, all right? That's just how that goes. We need all the begots We don't need soap. Right? No, yeah. Soap just that would be too helpful. Cleaning people and stuff. Now you don't need that. But we need a big line of names, because otherwise, how are we going to know the planet's only 6,000 years old, right? We gotta, you gotta get the real stuff. Demons crawl out of films and give you rings, and give you rings. Well, like that movie, The Ring. I think wait, did she give rings in that one? I don't know. I thought the ring just appeared on the TV screen and then she crawled out. Anyway, I don't, it's been a long time since I've seen that movie. Fear is a good motivator and an insulator for religion. Yeah, they tend to utilize the fear thing, I think, more than anything, right? It always seems to be the case that they're trying to just get you afraid of literally everything so that they can deliver you from that fear, right? Every week at church. As long you should be afraid. There are demons everywhere. There's like warlocks casting spells on every corner, right? But if you go back to church, then they'll put the protection on you, and then you don't have to be afraid, right? It's a cause and a cure. It's like they'll cause you to be afraid, and then they'll cure that afraidness, with the power of Jesus. But it's really just a mechanism to just keep you coming back and keep you in this loop, this negative behavioral loop. Christians shouldn't get souvenirs. Is that only a special place? Yeah. I mean, they didn't really specify. It was just sort of like if the souvenirs are demonic, but it kind of held it just kind of like has an overarching lesson to just don't ever get any souvenirs. That's what that sounds like, right? Because it could have been used in a satanic ritual. So just don't buy anything, right? Even if it's just a puppy, not a puppy. I'm going to say like a puppet or a stuffed animal, plushie. That's what I was looking for. Plushie. Even if it's just a plushie, that sucker might have been used in a voodoo spell. Like, it's a puppy voodoo dog. You know what I mean? Like a voodoo dog. I don't know. Anyway. Logan said, God was the one who sent the angel of death. Yeah. Dude, if you read a lot of these old stories, it does not sound like the Israelites are the good guys. I'm just saying, okay? Like, they sound like they're fucking assholes. Like, they're just conquering for the sake of conquering. It's very much just, we're trying to take over the world. Our God said it's cool. And, guess we're not allowed to even keep the stuff of the people that we've conquered because they're just that terrible or whatever. Jesus. Yeah, it's pretty bad. It's the book ain't full of good people, as far as I can tell. And yet these are supposed to be the good guys. But again, it's like the Old Testament. It's funny. I'm like reading a book. Damn it, I can't think of what it's called. But it's just called God, like an Anatomy. And it's all about how the Old Testament God is like completely different than the New Testament God. And then they were supposed to be like people, kind of like they didn't have all the omnis and all that type of stuff. It's really interesting. But it was like a war God. That's like what the Old Testament was, like this God of war, and taking over all the different cultures and stuff. It's really bad. And then the New Testament God comes in and is like, oh, we need just turn the other cheek. Right, be peaceful. Everything's peaceful, and then it also says that God is the same yesterday, today, and forever. Like, how do you do this in the same brain? How do you have all of these these concepts that apply to a God in the same brain, and they're all literally contradictory? It's insane. It's so frustrating. Let's see. Did I do this one? Yeah. Let's see. It said nothing about the word of God. Oh, you're talking in the Old Testament? Yeah, how could it? It is, we're reading the word of God, right? So it's like this book that we're in right now, like it's the never-ending fucking story or something. I don't know. Studs. Okay, I got some studs. See, got a couple right there. They're like 10 cents a piece if you get them on a couple different websites. Or if you go to Star Booty, we have this place called Star Booty. Says the word booty in it. It's kind of funny, but they sell studs by by the handful. You can just grab a handful of those suckers. It's great. Anyway, I don't know what this was in reference to, but this got me talking about studs. Blaster said, find the support beam. Which, what? If the support beam. You hang. Oh, okay. That's what we're talking about, the hammock. Okay. Thank you. You find a support. Oh, okay. And then you hang it on that. I'm not ever going to do that. I feel like this would somehow, it would absolutely go wrong. I'd have half the house crumbled in on itself if I tried to hang the hammock. It's not, I'm not very handy. Okay. I'm just not very good at it. And it's kind of a problem a lot of times. Spend a lot of money not being handy. Okay. That's sort of a problem here. You hang the hammock in the same place your sex swing is. Oh, that's true. I could put both. Yeah, you're absolutely right. I don't even know why I didn't think of that, next to the stripper pole. But in between the stripper pole and the sex swing, you're right. Okay. Yeah, we can make this work. I now, thank you. See, Andrew is speaking my language. It's just Lord Dissident said, no YouTube, then we would be stuck with TikTok. Oh God, yeah, that's worse. That's been banned. Actually, we're not allowed to use TikTok. All right, and actually, we can't even say anything positive about it. We'll get arrested. Okay, Biden said you can't say anything good about TikTok. Right? You will be tackled by several Secret Service agents just anytime you're saying positive things. Andrea said, Orthodox Jews do tie a box to their foreheads with leather straps. The box contains some part of scripture. Are you fucking serious? That's the thing? What? Really? They have a box that they hang from their head? Okay. Sure, why not? I'm like laughing like, oh, that's so silly. People pretend to cannibalize an undead carpenter ghost that they think lives inside of them. Nothing's weird at this point, okay? Nothing is weird. All right? When it comes to religious stuff, you're like, sure, yeah, that sounds like the same kind of stupid everybody else does, so I don't know. Okay, cool. Why not? Star Sonic said, so we're too close. So we're too close a door that doesn't exist to a place that doesn't exist. Makes perfect sense to me. I know, right? The portal opening up is everything. Dude had a portal in his living room because he bought a lamp. Some say when you buy lamps, they come with demons. Everybody knows that. Don't buy souvenirs. Don't do it. Hey, Ember made it. What's up? Oh yeah. Let me see. Oh, everybody's saying hello. Oh, my poppers. That's probably my favorite of all of the emojis we got as well. My poppers. My Betty Poppers. That's her name, Betty Poppers. Carrie said, morning, Amber. Oh, okay. Star Song said, oh, that's where bathtub rings come from. Therefore, bathing bad. It's like bathtub rings. Oh, okay. I don't. Jesus Christ. The rings come from the hard water, right? And so that means the bathtub's full of demons. I feel like this logically works out according to their kind of logic anyway. But I don't know.
Have you ever felt like there's something going on in your family or in your household that doesn't seem natural?
What? This guy, the way he talks, man. Whoa, you were just really that does not seem natural. Like it just feels very forced.
There's some other force at work because it's one thing after another. It's
like sharp nails just showing up real fast, like Freddy Krueger, or actually more like the what was that bad guy in the Wolverine movie? He had the long nails. They like just would grow like a tiny bit, and I'm like, this is very not threatening. I don't know why they put this character in the movie. He's just the fuck was his name? It's like the lion character or whatever. I don't know.
Attack after attack.
Sabretooth. He just has like nails that go like this is lame. Come on, man.
It's battle after battle. From another perspective, have you ever felt like when things are going wrong at home, they tend to carry over in other areas of life?
What?
It's like when
what does that mean? When things are going badly at home, it carries over into other parts of your life. What? Yes. I mean, it's going bad at your home. Isn't that a part of your life? And then isn't that going to affect you?
Something is
Never mind.
going on with your
I don't know why I'm
kids at
trying to break
home
down.
and it affects your work. Or
Kid's got a demon. It's like that movie, The Exorcist, or whatever. They peeing in front of dance parties or whatever, or piano parties. I don't know.
when something is going on in your marriage and it affects your interaction with your kids. Or if something is going on at work and it affects all of the above. It quickly becomes apparent that all of these things are interconnected.
By demons.
And it also reminds us that if the devil can get a foothold in one area, then he has gained a foothold in all of these areas.
That's brilliant logic right there. You know, if the devil can get a foothold in one area, he does it with all of them. So just make sure you remember that. That's cool.
Devil is trying in an unprecedented way to destroy families today.
It is precedented, man. Like we're talking about ancient mythical creatures. It could not. It literally has to be precedented at this point. Like you're talking about the oldest. Jeez, like saying like they've gotten new extra powers now. They've amped up their power. They've evolved. The demons have evolved now, right? They're like Pokemon. What?
He wants to disrupt the family system and order. Satan knows that if the Christian family is intact, if the Christian family is working in one accord, then it's one of the strongest weapons against his deceptions.
So this is a big, this is why you need to lie to your kids and keep them away from literally everything all the time, no matter what. And don't let them think for themselves. They have to be what we tell them to be. And they're not allowed to not be a Christian. They're not allowed to be gay or anything like that. Right. That's evil and terrible. And that's what's unprecedented is kids these days. Sometimes they're gay. Right. And then that destroys the whole family unit. Right. Because that's jeez.
From the day that Satan spewed his lies to Eve, he was in the process of disruption. In order to maximize his deception, he approached Eve when she was alone.
Oh.
He approached her when she was separated from the family unit.
What?
And
they didn't have a family unit at the time, right? Like, did they have kids yet? I thought, wait, and what the devil got? What? I think they're just making all this up. That's not part of the story. They're like Satan waited till Eve was like off alone, and he's like, "I'm gonna go tempt her to eat an apple or whatever," right? I don't remember that part of the story, but maybe I'm mistaken.
He did this because a divided family is easier to conquer.
So he's making it like, so Adam and Eve were having, they were having marital problems, right? She was like, Adam was just not sad. He struggled to get it up one night, and she was just like, this is ridiculous. I'm going to go talk to a snake, because snakes will always be able to get it up.
The devil is in the business of sowing discord and division in our homes.
That sounds like the religion, man. Your religion is into that, man. That's why it's there's 45,000 denominations, right? And it literally rips families apart. You will your family values cause you to kick members of your family out of your family. You don't actually value family, dude. It's the religion that's being divisive, dude.
In the business of causing senseless fights and conflicts. The devil is in the business of causing husbands' hearts to stray away from their wives. And
was that Jared Leto?
Causing senseless fights and conflicts. The devil is in the business of causing husbands' hearts to stray away from their wives, and vice versa. He wants the hearts of wives to stray from their husbands. The enemy is in the business of causing children to be rebellious and to have a complaining spirit.
It's like it's the devil that's making those kids complain, right? That's what it's gotta be. Oh, it's funny. It's like devil's in the business of making your kids complain about stuff. So anytime that's happening, make sure you separate, lock them in a closet somewhere, okay? Because got to get the devil away from your family or whatever.
Satan wants to destroy our households because he knows that a spiritually weak home is the easiest way to take us away from God. He's not new at this. He's been at it for a long, long time.
I love it. It's like the dark Sith Lord is always like represented by the devil in these.
The strategy of Satan is to attempt to divide and conquer the family. Immediately after that, he instigates destruction between the same family members.
That she is at it. She's like, talk to the fucking hand, asshole. Okay? I got my hand on the head. I got a headache. You need to just talk to the hand. And he's like, fine, whatever. I will talk to the fucking hand. I'll go talk to my hand in my room with the products and services from adamandeve.com. Go to adamandeve.com and enter code word Brentley at checkout to get 50% off almost any one item, 6 free movies, 3 free gifts, and free shipping on the whole order. Just go to adamandeve.com and enter that code word Brentley. That's BRENTLY and check out to get a bunch of stuff. Like, gotta be a bunch of good stuff. Okay, you're gonna love it. This dude's gonna love it. All right, it's gonna make his wife so jealous with the sex toy.
And the Bible is full of stories of dysfunctional families that fell to the disruption of the enemy.
That's not a characterization I've ever heard before. The Bible is full of dysfunctional families. You know that? Sometimes they even try to have sex with their dad. It's really crazy. It's really weird. Oh, that's about as dysfunctional as you can get, trying to have sex with them. That's right.
Satan was able to disrupt the families of giants of faith, such as Abraham, Jacob, David, and Solomon. Then we should be aware of the enemy's schemes.
What is that? It's just so weird looking. All right, you got the guy from Close Encounters to the Third Kind, just like praying or whatever,
and prepare to defend our homes. Now, when it comes to guarding ourselves, and
you're overdoing it, lady. Okay, you can just pray. You don't have to like wrap the fucking necklace around your hands, you weirdo. He's not gonna hear you louder. God's just up there like, I don't know. Do they have a cross necklace wrapped around their heads? Because I can't. I have a hard time hearing unless they have that. They pray into it. It amplifies the. And
our families against the deceptions and invasions of the enemy. The first question is, how does the devil gain access to our homes and minds? How does he try to...
Through lamps, dude. We already went through this, man. Like, it's a lamp that you bought from when, a souvenir or whatever. Like,
gain access to disrupt our families and our lives. One of the biggest ways that the devil gains a foothold in our families today is through media.
Oh, media. Music. Oh, God. And it's even got like the obey and stuff. Jesus. Because these people literally do believe that they are in the movie they live. They think that that's what's going on, that there's some like cabal of like demon people controlling the media. They literally do think this. It's not like a joke,
Music, movies, and social media are huge access points to our families.
And if you want to play with some access points, just saying, go to adamandeve.com. You can just play with all those access points, those holes, and they got all the things to play with the holes. All right, sorry.
Music accesses our brains and bodies in a way that few other mediums do.
Did it just say that it accesses their brains and bodies? And I already did the Adam and Eve thing. This is sucks. Okay, there's access to bodies and brains. Yeah, the brains ruin it, actually. You're not taking me right out of it. No.
The messages in music today are ripe with sinful themes like lust, sex, violence, rebellion, among other sinful things.
Yeah.
This is one of the easiest ways for Satan to gain access to our minds and souls.
Look, there's that wire. It's just going straight into this hole here, into their soul. Their soul's somewhere over. Oops, sorry. So somewhere in here, right? And that's how you get access to it.
We listen to lyrics with this content and become desensitized to it.
That's why you have to only listen to music that just talks about Jesus over and over and over again, and never listen to anything that isn't just saying the same thing over and over again.
Before we know it, we begin to think that these sinful themes are not so bad.
They're not.
And lust, fornication, violence, and
Dude, wow, this guy needs some headphones. Okay, this is embarrassing. You ever seeing people do this? It's like, dude, I almost just want to buy him headphones myself and be like, here, buddy, I got an extra pair. Here you go. You don't have to do this. Is crazy. What are you doing?
rebellion have taken root in our hearts and in our homes.
Dude's rocking out, man.
Along these same lines, movies and television are perfect pathways for the enemy to take root in our homes. We constantly...
Again, like a scene from Poltergeist here with the fuzz TV. Like, why would this person be watching fuzzy TV? They're like, what are they, like kids from the 90s with when the pornography channels like would sometimes show up halfway? Yeah, they'd get like just a boob showing up. But this is what the TV looked like back in those days when you'd watch a channel you didn't have access to. You know, it's just the way it goes. All right, let me get to a couple more comments and then I'm gonna wrap it for today. We'll be back tomorrow. I think I'm going to try to do a news thing tomorrow. I don't know though. We'll see. If there's something else that catches my eye, then we'll do that. But I think we all can figure out where this is going, right? The poltergeist is clearly going to suck this guy into the TV, and then he's going to get lost in the family. He's going to, look around for them, not be able to hear him, and he can hear like some kind of voice, like they're in some sort of other dimension. And it turns out that it's on a burial ground, an Indian burial ground that they disrespected. And all right, comments. Okay, I'm sorry. Let me get back to what we're doing here. What the fuck? What is this? Because the devil wants you, specifically targeting you. You're so special. The devil is singling you out. You and your family. Yeah. He wants to destroy that family. That's why your kids ain't listening. That's why your kid wants to watch that SpongeBob demonness. It's because of the devil, obviously. Right? And SpongeBob is disrespectful to his parents. So, I mean, I feel like that is, does he have parents? I've never watched that show. My family works in one Honda Accord. One Accord. I get it. That was good. I see what you did there. Word games. I love it. Amber said, God upgrades the demons every so often. For mysterious reasons. I know, right? Yeah, it's kind of weird when God allows the demons to like be stronger and work in unprecedented ways, right? Kind of strange. God's like, all right, now we can upgrade them. Okay, because this is getting kind of boring. I'm just able to just beat all this. I'm like John Wicking the fuck out of these demons, and it's just not even fun anymore. There's not even any real back and forth, not like real diehard action, like back in, like John McClane would get his ass kicked. It's not like that. So we're going to have to upgrade the demons, go from John Wick to Die Hard. That's what we're going to have to do here. It's crazy, Lord Dissident said, upgraded furry time traveling demons from alter space. That sounds like a plot of a great movie, actually. I think Disney needs to get on that. That sounds awesome. Emmer said, this reminds me of the sign saying Satan targets husbands. What? That's why he went after Eve first. What? Oh, that doesn't, I feel like I've seen that before, but that doesn't really make sense, does it? If he targets the husbands, then why would he go after Eve first? Like, wouldn't he go after the person that he targets for? You know what? No, I'm not going to try to figure this shit out. It doesn't. It's just as unhinged as this nonsense. Okay. Oh yeah, please join the Discord. It'll it takes me a minute usually, but if you go to the last live stream, I'll have the Discord link in there. And sometimes Angier can provide it out here, but it's only here or there. Lord Dissonant said, "Oh, we already did that." What is she doing? Checking his hair for lice? I know some of the stock footage that they gather is really funny. I have to say, I really like the AI stuff though, because those get even dumber lately. They just have these really silly looking AI things. It's like pastel shit, barely moving. You know how they do. They always got like just 7 fingers out of nowhere for no reason, just like, what the hell is going on? It's kind of, you can't see it, you know, because you're just like, you're not really focusing. You're like, wait a second, why do they have like mutant fingers? What's happening? Because it's AI. That's why. AI is the robots are very confused about how many fingers humans have. Okay, that's the problem so far. I think somebody needs to really sit down this AI and explain to them we have 5 fingers. Okay. Let's see what. Oh, he said, why does Satan care so much about people's families? What is the damn end game? I don't know. They're just trying to scare people that that feel like they're the most important thing in their life is their family. And so if they're always believing that Satan's coming after them, then that's when they can basically like tell the kids that they have to be everything that they say they have to be. Otherwise, it's a demon telling them, that they don't want to be whatever the parents want them to be. God, it's all so much about control, It's like, this is like clearly like needling at those controlling parents that just want to force their family to be exactly who they want them to be, And if the kids like try to do anything on their own at all, it's demonic, right? It's just, you have to believe what I want you to believe. You have to think what I want you to think. You have to do everything the way I say. Logan said, wasn't Solomon supposed to be the most wise? How did he fall for the demons? What was his story? Yeah, he was really wise, but he like got a bunch of money or something like that, and then got a bunch of wives and shit. I can't remember exactly what the story was with him. I have to go back and check. But yeah, I just remember there was that weird story about the cutting the baby in half or whatever. And they're like, man, this guy's so wise, suggesting to cut the baby in half, because then the woman that's like, no, don't cut the baby, the other one can have it. That it's her baby, because it's like, because that was just so wise. It's brilliant. How'd you come up with that, man? Jesus. Just overlooked Lot and his drunken incest with his daughter. Or the half dozen others having 8 wives, slaves, and concubines. I know. Don't bring those up. That's not, those aren't normal families, okay? Jeez. Those were probably the families with the demons, okay? That's why there were so many concubines, right? Because of all the demons being like, you need more concubines. And the dad was like, I do need more concubines. You're absolutely right about that. And the demons were like, let's get them. It was like, cool, let's do it. Grand Theft Autobot said, so does this mean Christian TV is evil too? That I actually agree with. Yes, and Christian YouTube, right? Just like this video, right? I don't know. I mean, when it comes to this sort of thing, that's what they're trying to get them to do, is only watch Christian things, right? But if they can get them to like never watch anything and only read the Bible all the time, that's the goal here, right? No media at all, other than this YouTube video, obviously. That's it, though. Just this one channel, Jesus. Lord Dissonant said, nobody uses my body without my consent. God damn it. That's right. That's the way it should be. So you got to make sure to specify that sort of stuff. Ember said, I mean, media is just the plural of medium. Oh, I didn't know that. Meaning the mechanism by which something is conducted. So yeah, the medium Satan uses is one of several possible media. Wow, that was good. That was very grammatically sound. That is. All right, let me see. We go down. Because I actually gotta wrap it. But if you want to do stuff with butts, go to adamandeve.com. That's right. Enter code word Brentley at checkout to get 50% off almost any one item. 6 free movies, 3 free gifts, and free shipping on the whole order. Let's go to adamandeve.com. Enter that code word Brentley. That's BRENTLY at checkout and get your exclusive offer. If you want to support us, you can support us by supporting our sponsor, Adam and Eve, and entering that code word Brentley at checkout. Or you can become a patron. Go to patreon.com/punkapostate. Or you can do a one-time payment at Cash App. Our cash tag is punkapostate. Or you can become a member. We have a ton of members right now. I feel like every single person in the chat right now is a member, which is awesome. So, go join their ranks of the coolest of the cools, the punklets, right? and you hang out in the chats. You get priority chats, and you get a bunch of cool emojis. One of which is Ray Comfort with a banana dildo mohawk. That's right. So you got to check that out. If you want to give me an email, if you want to send me something, my email is punkapostate@gmail.com. I don't know if I've ever included that here. I feel like I keep forgetting to say that. But yeah, if you want to just send me an email, if you want to just let me know about something in private or whatever. Yeah, I take emails. And I think if you send me stuff like I'll respond and be like, "Can I read this on the show?" Sometimes we can start discussions about things or something, right? Could be kind of fun. Also, join the Discord, and I will be putting the link in the description. Sometimes it takes me a minute, so if you just go to the previous live stream, it should be in there. But if not, just keep going back. Just keep going back till you see one. It's in there eventually, I promise. And the links are down below. But the main thing, though, is to stay logical, loving, skeptical, and compassionate. And we'll see you next time.